What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video we've got the latest updates surrounding Kanye West's iconic $20 Yeezy Pods, including important shipping information and a possible preview of some upcoming Vultures merch, so make sure you stay tuned. Now before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats who's been cooking up the beats for these videos, and while you're here you might as well drop a like and subscribe and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. Shout out to all of my chefs in there. Now, if you've been following this Vultures album rollout just like I have, you probably were super eager to support Ye and scoop a pair of those $20 Yeezy Pods. And if you're anything like me, you're probably mourning them as Ye is mourning the loss of OJ Simpson, as neither my Pods or Vultures merch has shipped, but I guess that's to be expected. And although there have been rumors circulating for some time that the cost to produce Yeezy Pods was $37 and Ye was essentially taking a loss on them for the fans, one thing we can actually verify is that the production of these Yeezy Pods has officially shifted from the original Italian factories to now being produced in China. Now what that actually means for the upcoming production and quality of these Yeezy Pods is really anyone's guess. But given that we saw the first batches of these Yeezy Pods from Italy having heavy glue stains as well as some odd stitching, I really want to believe that they actually got these right, and hopefully these are actually better quality. Now, given that we're just a few days short of the 4-month anniversary since Ye debuted his now iconic Yeezy Pods, I thought it would be interesting to take a look back at what the rollout looked like at the beginning and see just how far we've come. Because I know a ton of you would go on to pick up these pods, especially following Ye's iconic Super Bowl commercial and the very dramatic price drop from $200 to $20, which, although being very steep in price, was appropriately labeled as a pre-order, which honestly they should have done once they dropped the price down to $20 instead of advertising it as shipping within the 4 weeks or whatever they claimed. Because as you can see with the first wave of Vultures merch, they also advertised it as a pre-order, and literally no one had an issue with that despite the price being a bit more expensive. And speaking of Vultures merch updates, we also have the following from Kanye's camp, which mentions that if you've washed your merch and the Vultures logos have washed off, you can email proof to sply@yeezy.com, who may or may not reimburse you or maybe replace it. And as far as any updates surrounding the Yeezy Black Dog collection, I've seen several comments online which mention that the pieces are very thin and can actually rip pretty easily, so keep that in mind. Now earlier in the video I mentioned some potential new Vultures merch which comes to us in the form of this Yeezy fleece jacket as well as these Yeezy leather pants, which have constantly been displayed by Oz Taylor, a known collaborator of Ye and someone who also previewed one of the first Yeezy Pods. And although we haven't seen Ye rock these particular pants since the early days of this Vultures rollout, I want to mention that these Yeezy test pants with the drawstring were initially uploaded as part of the first wave of Vultures merch and quickly taken down. So I wouldn't be surprised if down the line Ye ends up actually dropping these, and possibly for 20 bucks. Now while the Yeezy pants are currently unconfirmed, something else that caught my eye earlier this week was this conversation shared between Ye and none other than Ian Connor, who if you want to find more about, you should Google him and his 33 allegations. As Ian Connor would share the following screenshot in which Ye is ordering him to produce some samples, which features the phrase "the Global Academy for the Gifted" as well as "scoop de poop," which is of course a throwback to Kanye's song Lift Yourself. And while these screenshots between Ye and Ian may not suggest anything, I do want to point out that Ye had teamed up with him in the past to produce his now infamous Tremendez tee that was produced while Kanye was beefing with Tremaine Emory. Now, something else I also thought worth mentioning was it was very early on in the Vultures album rollout that Ye's collaborator and friend Justin LaBoy here announced that there would be this like 3-hour Kanye interview, which obviously still hasn't dropped, so I just wanted to know what the heck is going on with that. And although news surrounding Vultures Volumes 2 and 3 has seemingly stopped, we also got a new image of Ye here with Young Lean and Rich the Kid, which may suggest some new music on the way. And although it's a bit unrelated, I wanted to shout out Ye for rocking that Dark Throne band tee there, as it was very reminiscent to this one I saw Travis Barker wearing when I first met him, so shout out to Ye. And if you're interested in learning more about Kanye's beef with Rockstars, especially over the band tees he was wearing, I've covered that in a previous video which I'll link here at the end. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. If you've been a regular on my channel, you probably noticed this is the longest I've gone without uploading in some time, and to be honest, I've been struggling with this weird dental issue with my wisdom tooth, which has made it a bit difficult for me to talk, so I really appreciate your patience. Now, with that being said, I do have plans for more topics in the future, so don't think I've forgotten, and as always, let me know if you guys have gotten any new updates regarding your Yeezy merch and shipping. As always guys, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. Please remember to stay safe out there, and remember, it's lit, straight up, and peace.